Welcome to the Anthony Lee Crypto Channel. We're going live today to take a look at Bitcoin. It started to bounce from yesterday, but finding some resistance here. Will it hold? We're going to take a look at my trade setups, what I think is going to happen, a little bit of top-down analysis so you can kind of get the bigger picture. So let's take a look. All right, so Bitcoin got a bounce yesterday. Let's zoom in a little more on the daily here. Zoom in a little more on the 4 hour, kind of see what we're looking at. Bitcoin got a bounce yesterday. Nice little bounce, actually, not too terrible. Looks like we ran up about 5%, a little over 5%. Started a little pullback though from the top, from this first top, local top. We're down a couple of percent. We'll see if this is going to hold in targets that we're looking for. Now, we did get in a little short trade here. I gave these shorts in advance. We're up over $20,000 on our live trades we gave last week. Refer back to those videos, see those trades. We gave them in advance. We also showed updates along the way. So follow along here. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Share this channel. As soon as we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to give away $1,000 on one of these live streams. So you must be subscribed to enter for that. Now, we get these trades in advance. We were looking for this local 618 daily naked point of control and a value area low, previous value area low, all within this box here. Looks like we just barely nipped into this box right here. So we did go ahead and take this short today. We're up on that short. Now, what are we looking for? Is this a scalp or is this going to be continuation down? We have some areas of interest down here below for possible scalp trades, possible swing long trades. So the first area of interest, let's go ahead and pull a fib here, just from the bottom to the top of this movement. And right off the bat, we see some confluence here. I'm going to take this 0.5 fib off. We're not too interested in that. We'll look at the golden pocket here. So right around here at the golden pockets, we've got some areas of interest. We've got a daily naked point of control there. Put on our filters. You can see I've already marked it out, but if you put it on, it comes in from yesterday's candle, daily naked point of control, and the 618 golden pocket here. So this is going to be our first area of interest to look for a bounce or a long trade. And we really want to hold this. If we lose this box, let's shift down to the 4 hours so we can see a little more. If we lose this box, if we lose this line, you can see our bottoms here. If we lose this, then we're going to risk changing market structure. Whereas here, you can kind of see we have shifted market structure to a bullish trend. If we come back down and lose this line right here, we're going to be then headed towards more continuation to the downside. We don't want that. So we definitely want to hold that line, hold that 618, hold that golden pocket, but we could continue down a little further. If you see right below there, we have another area of interest. We've got the 786 fib and another daily naked point of control. These are coming in right about 100K, 100.5K, right in that area. And below that, we've got a macro 0.5. Now, we've already come through and taken this macro 0.5 several times, so I'll actually probably go ahead and remove this from the chart too. It did hold as support the last few times we came down to it, but it is not likely to hold again. The more times you hit this, the more likely you are to fall through it. So it is not likely to hold again if we come down there. So also in confluence with this 618 that we have here that we're looking at, see these blue dotted lines? These are previous value area low or value area highs that I've marked out. We can kind of back up to see what this one is. And this one goes all the way back here to our range from December 2024 through March of 2025. So a good 4 or 5 month range here. This is our value area high. So we really want to look for a bounce here. This is going to be our best area to bounce if we're going to continue this uptrend. We're going to come down, bounce, and then continue the uptrend. That's going to be our best area. We're going to be looking to take profit on this short that we're in and look to enter along here. Of course, we'll look for some divergences, the CVD and market cipher B bullish divergences here on the lower time frames to make sure, but this is going to be our first area of interest. You could catch a little here at this other value area low right here, right around 104. See how this line is extended over? You could come down and bounce from there, but there's not a whole lot of confluence there. Matter of fact, there's nothing else there. So unless you're going to hold this value area range, which you could right at 104, I'd be looking for the better, less risk, let's call it, trade here at around 102. Anywhere from 102 to about 101.5, somewhere in that area. And short of that, we're going to be looking at 100.5 down to about 100K. If we lose 100K, let's look a little further south and see what that looks like. So we're not anticipating losing that. Things are flipping around bullish. We're getting some bullish momentum, some green dots, things like that, which I'll show you in a bit. But if we lose $100,000 again, you can see I have marked out these white lines. They are tracing back to these tips, these wicks that liquidity lies below. So liquidity lies all down here. We have not come and taken this wick out yet. So that could be an area of interest. Below that, we're going to be looking at our big area. Now, this is the area that I would look to long. As a matter of fact, in this green box, I even wrote heavy long, heavy long. So coming down to about the 94K to 92.5K area, we've got a macro 618, a value area low going back to this range that we just showed a moment ago for the local 618. When you pull it to the macro 618, that is this entire uptrend dating all the way back to April. So from this low down here at 74K all the way up to the 126K top. This is your 618 right here at 94K, golden pocket 94K to 92.5K. Now, if you'll see this major confluence here, we've got the golden pockets, we've got this value area low tracing way back over here to the beginning of the year. We've got a daily naked point of control here. I'll turn that on so you can see it. See it flip on there, the white line there, daily naked point of control there. And we got a Trump VWAP. So if you throw a VWAP on dating all the way back, and I know, don't really care about your politics, doesn't matter. But if you throw a VWAP, let's face it, when Trump was elected, the market absolutely exploded. So that is a date of interest for us. So if we go ahead and throw on a anchored VWAP from that date, right around in here, you're going to see we have that VWAP coming all the way up through here, right around in here in this daily naked point of control 618 local range. So got that Trump VWAP up here. So this is an area of interest that we're gonna look for the first bounce. If we lose that box, then we're probably going to come on down. We could take this wick here and go up, but I wouldn't count on it. There's not much confluence. Yeah, there's a little liquidity there, so you may get a little reaction there, something like this, and then right back down. And this would be the one I would look to take the heavy swing long on up. Probably somewhere on up near the highs, if not to a new all-time high, but that's way too far in advance. But if we could just kind of throw a fib on and get kind of a guesstimation, we would go top to low somewhere in here. We could be targeting this golden pocket here about 114 range, something like that. So that'd be a heck of a swing long. That's a $20,000 swing long we'd be looking for. Let's check on things over here. Okay, let me clean this chart up just a little bit. So those are areas of interest. First off, we're looking for the 102 area, and if we lose that, we're probably looking all the way down to the $93,000 area. So those are our areas of interest. We could bounce at 104, but not likely. And if we don't bounce there, we're definitely coming down to the 102 area. All right, got a little bit cleaner chart here. So guys, we've come back into this range here. You can see this range right here. We had this previous range. Lines are extended. We're in that, and we actually came up and didn't quite hit this point of control. So that's not good. We didn't even come all the way up into there before we got rejected. We didn't even come up and even take this daily naked point of control. So technically we could find a little traction here and get up, but I don't see us going much higher than that. We could come up here Test this box again and go ahead and test this point of control. Take out the daily naked point of control and then come down before a bigger move. That would be a more likely play. If we don't just come straight down from here. If we do move to the upside, I would look somewhere in this area of 1077. This is on the Bybit chart, 1077, somewhere in there, 1075 to 108. Let's call it 1075 to 108. I'd look for a rejection there and then on back down. Now, if you do go beyond that, you can see my areas of interest up top. I definitely think you'll get a strong rejection right here. By the way, these trades that I've just been giving you, this trade here and this trade here, these are more scalp trades. They could lead to longer day trades or swing trades. You know, you could catch a home run, but these are really scalp trades, really probably trading within this range somewhat. But if we get past those, guys, we're going to be looking for this area here. You're going to find some heavy resistance here, right here, this local 0.5. You got a macro golden pocket, a value area high, and a point of control all right here. So see the value area high coming back to this range here. So you get the value area high, point of control, plus this value area low of this range, the old range that we left all the way to the top, and we got the local 0.5 fib. So this is a lot of resistance here, and you can just see how much volume in this big spike right here, this big spike out wick, and just all the turbulence in here, all the chop, 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 chop. So you're definitely going to find some resistance here. This would be a great place. This is my number one place for a short, and this would be my number one place for a swing long. So if you want the high probability trades, these are your two areas that I'd be looking for to get the biggest reactions for swing trades. Again, you got the two in the middle here. We're looking for more day trades or scalp trades, but swing trades, you got these other two areas. Make sure you're writing these down or taking a screenshot of this so you won't miss these levels. Again, we're up over $20,000 in profit on last week using this exact same technical analysis. So it's pretty solid. You just want to follow along. And we are looking for our divergences at each. So if we come up to any of these levels and we're not seeing bullish divergence at the bottom or bearish divergences at the top, then we don't want them. That means you can continue on to the next area. All of these are possible rejection areas or possible support areas, but they don't have to be. Bitcoin does what Bitcoin wants to do. So we want to look for those divergences. And my primary tool for divergences that I like is Market Cipher Beat. We're going to look for the higher the time frame, the better. On these scalp trades, we want at least 24 minutes or lower on a scalp trade. I'll give you an example of that right here. Matter of fact, just locally on this last little trade here, you can see we've got prices here coming up. Price is going to the upside while momentum is headed to the downside. What does that give you? That gives you a bearish divergence. And sure enough, boom, rolling over now. That's what we're seeing now with this $2,000 drop and possibly continuing. But let's play it out for the bearish divergence. You've got momentum waves coming down. You've got, this is on the 24-minute, you've got money flow coming out, looking to cross over into the red right now. It hasn't yet. If this crosses over into the red, you could get a fake out here. But if it crosses over into the red, you could be looking for a much bigger move down. So actually not looking too good in the short term for Bitcoin, but up on the higher time frames, we're looking a lot better. We've got the daily time frame here, and we've got a really, really deep anchor wave down here. It doesn't stay down below for very long. You can see as soon as it comes down here, boom, right back up, and you can check out price action where that corresponds. When it stays down here, this deep, deep, deep anchor wave, boom, big move to the upside. Even here didn't get that low, boom, big move to the upside. So now we're even lower, even deeper here. So we should be looking for a long-term move to the upside. All of these, when you get down below, you're looking for big moves to the upside. You can only stay pushed down for so long, just like you can only ride the high for so long. Like right here, come below the line, boom, massive, massive move to the upside. Same thing here down below. This may not look like much. That's 78K up to 95K. It's almost a $20,000 move. So big moves whenever Bitcoin gets this far down. You got the big boy green dot here on the daily. So we're looking for a significant move to the upside now. That doesn't mean you can't get some pullback in the meantime. As a matter of fact, let's really zoom into smaller time frames. Let's come out of the hourly and check out what we had from the weekend. So here's our, you can see I've got our market sessions on here. So you see our weekend gap, and you got the Asia, UK, and US here, but in the middle here, you got a gap. That was our weekend. So let's see what the weekend gave us. This is our weekend range, and this is not really what the range was. This was kind of leading out of the US session. The range was more like down here. We just kind of chopped through this range a little bit. At the beginning of the weekend, we just chop. But then right before, and I put a video out on this yesterday, to beware of the false move, right? Literally, go watch a short that I put out yesterday. I said, we don't know which way it's going to go yet, but there will be a false move. There almost always is. So we chop. And right going into Sunday here, we came down. You see this wick right here? Came down below the weekend range, took out this liquidity right here. So false move to the downside. And I said it almost always will reverse going into Sunday and Monday. And that's exactly what we had. So if you watched my video yesterday, you would have gotten this long. We took this long, as a matter of fact. Took this long, and now we are short. So we were aware of that false move. However, we got out of here pretty fast. We left all kinds of vector candles behind. Let's see. Dropping out in the 15-minute, you can see we've got all kinds of vector candles down here that we still haven't recovered. We've got one here, about 104. We should definitely see that before all is said and done. Now we've got some good ones also down here in our area of interest, 1026, all the way down here to 102. Vector candles that are not recovered. Now down here at the bottom, these vector candles have been recovered, so that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be much of a stretch to come down here, take out some of these, recover some of these vector candles, recover these vector candles. These have been recovered, so there's really not much need to go deeper. Come recover these vectors, bounce, hit the Dakey native point of control, golden pocket, and bounce up out of there. So this is a very good area of interest. Again, we want to be looking for those divergences, but this is a good area of interest, guys. We're going to be looking for bounces from this area, the 102 area, 101.5, somewhere in there. We're going to be looking for a good bounce out. Now, what would that look like on momentum and divergences? Switch back to the hourly here, 15-minute. Let me just take a look here. It's probably going to take some work to get back down there. Don't look for this to happen in a single day. Matter of fact, you would probably be looking for this somewhere around Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to take some time to get down here, if it comes down at all. You're going to take some time to come down here, something like this, and then come back, turn that into resistance, something like this. So you're going to see all kinds of waves here, momentum waves coming up. Probably come up a little, come here. Then you're going to make some divergence there. You're going to come down, something like this, while price creates a lower low. And we'll touch base much closer to time, but you're going to be looking for something like that to take you on up out of there. But we should come back down to this area, recover these vectors, touch the golden pocket, take out that daily naked point of control before moving back to the upside. Looking over at Bitcoin dominance, I know a lot of you guys are interested in Bitcoin dominance. Got those altcoins. Everyone's wondering, is it going to be an alt season this year? Is it not? Who knows? Let's see. So Bitcoin dominance has been running in this really, oops, sorry about that. It's been running this really tight channel. We need to break out of this channel if we have any hope of seeing an alt season, which I personally believe that we will, and I don't think it's too far away. I did a whole video on this the other day showing when I think it will happen, and I gave historical data for this. So be sure you go check out that video. See if I can find it for you. Bring it on screen here. Sorry, having to shuffle through all these, but I want you to go check this out. All you altcoin holders are going to be interested in this. It's called Win Alt Season. Let me slide you on over here so you can see what I'm looking at here. It's called Win Alt Season. Right here, go check this out. It's on my channel, Win Alt Season. There's a short of it also, but you'll get much more information. It's only a 5-minute video. Go check it out. I give historical data based upon the Fed, which a lot of people aren't even considering. They don't even understand how that works. But I give historical proof of when alt season has begun every single time. And a little spoiler alert, could start as soon as December 1st. So don't expect in the next week or two, but possibly in 3 or 4 weeks, we could be seeing these alts really start to kick up out of here. But go watch the video and figure out why I'm saying that. Anyway, let's look at the dominance really quick here. So I've been riding in this channel here, something like this, and it's not perfectly drawn. Let me see if I can get a little better. This is a little better channel right here. It's been riding in this channel since this trend line has shown support. This is going all the way back to September. So if we want any chance of getting these lows right here, which some of our alts really kind of ran a little bit in September, this wasn't even a big drop. Like, this wasn't a big drop at all. But if we do, then we're going to have to break this channel. A lot of people say you can't do TA on Bitcoin dominance. You absolutely can do TA on Bitcoin dominance. It works the exact same. I'll tell you why it works the same, and a lot of people don't know this, but you can leverage trade Bitcoin dominance. So every single one of these lows right here, people are longing, 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 longing. So they can be liquidated just as quickly. So when those longs get liquidated on this, it can push Bitcoin dominance down even further. It's the exact same. Yeah, it's not as common, so your moves aren't going to be as great. But once this thing starts tumbling, I mean, look back in the past. Let's go to the daily so you can see it. Once this thing really starts heading to the downside, look how fast it goes. It took forever, forever, forever. I mean, this is January to June, so 6 months to get from way down here. Matter of fact, even longer than that. This is December to July. So this is an 8-month range to get from there to there. And look, in just July to September, so in just 2 months. So 8 months to go up, 2 months to go down. You take the stair step up, you took the elevator down. That's the old saying. It comes down much faster. Anyway, so let's look back to this trend line. Let's go back to the 4-hour, watch our trend line. If we can break this trend line, then we can start the domino effect of coming down. You got all these bottoms. You're just going to shoot through these quickly. Just boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down here before you start finding some resistance at about 57. Now the big drop. I noticed that everyone's interested. Let's switch to the weekly to take a look and see where that is. You see we've got our volume profile on here. Yes, it works exactly the same. People say it doesn't. If it doesn't, okay, tell me how when these spikes right here, see how you got these spikes right here, this spike that comes all the way out? Well, why is it right there you got chop, you've got chop, you've got chop, you've got chop, lines up perfectly with these spikes right here. But when you got this volume gap, look what happens when you come through that straight line through it, straight line through it. So it absolutely works exactly the same. So we want to get below this spike right here at about 54, 53%, somewhere in there. And look, when you lost 53, 54% last time, straight line up. When you lost it this time, straight line down. Neither one of them stopped to about 44%. Guys, that is your alt season. Let me put it on here for you. This right here is your alt season. Right there. We have got to get in this area right here. And to do that, we've got to lose this 53, 54, somewhere in this area right here. See, right along that big spike. We'll get this volume gap, and that is when your alts will rip. So be looking for 54% and lower. And you want a good high time frame daily candle close on that. You don't want just a wick down into it and bounce right back up. Although if you do get that, it's probably only a matter of a couple of weeks or a couple of days before it comes back and falls through. But once it hits that, that's when the fun begins. That's when the party begins. So we're close. First step is breaking down out of this channel. We got to break out of this channel. And we are currently trying to do that. I mean, we are just skimming the bottom of it, kind of finding a little support on it right now, but looking to roll back over. Let's see what the higher time frames look like. Oh yeah, looking to print, see a VWAP here, looking to cross over the yellow VWAP line, looking to cross over here. I'm looking to print a nice red dot on the weekly. Let's look at the 5-day. Yeah, coming down. VWAP coming down. Here you have stochastic coming down. 3-day. Same thing. Got a red dot already printing. We're in the red. Money flows in the red. Got stochastic aiming down. Yeah, this thing is fixing to come down hard. So we are close to getting an alt season. Again, go watch that video, Win Alt Season. I'll put it back one more time in case you missed it. Win Alt Season on my channel. Win Alt Season. Watch it. You will be impressed with exactly how perfectly this lines up with the Federal Reserve assets. Which, little spoiler alert again, QE, quantitative easing, is set to begin December 1st. There has never been an alt season with quantitative tightening. It has always started with quantitative easing, which starts December 1st. Now, it doesn't mean December 1st you're going to rip up. That means that's when it starts. That's when it starts. But it's going to start at a pretty good rate to the upside. Go watch the video. Like and subscribe to my channel. Share the channel. You'll be automatically registered to win 1,000 USDT that I will send out as soon as we reach 1,000 subscribers. We would appreciate the support. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. We don't ask for any money. All we ask for you to do is just show support by liking the channel. We will give you these live trade setups every single week. We'll come to you when there's major moves, and you can make that money with us. We're going to show our live trades. Next video will have live trades on here. So go ahead and join us. Follow us along this journey. We also have the 5K to 100K challenge going on. Started with $5,000 last week. We're up to $8,500. So $3,500 last week on just one account. Another account, we're up 20 grand, but that's not our challenge. Our challenge account started with $5,000. We're up $3,500. We're going to take it all the way to 100K, and we're going to give you those trades that we use to make $100,000 on. So if you want to follow along, if you want to participate, then subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the trades we do, and you too can make $100,000. That is it. I think I'll leave you with that today. Post any comments you have, anything you want to see. I'll do videos on those. It could be anything, any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer them for you.